As we welcome in
fancy.
Joe Mazzulla, and he's presented by Amica, the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Boston Celtics. As the team defends its title, visit Amica.com today to learn more about Amica's award-winning service. Joe, good morning.
Yeah, who's coming to Fenway?
August 26th. Yep.
You a who guy?
I thought who's on first?
Here we go.
Joe, if you lost last night, would you be making these jokes right now?
They'd be a lot.
Hey,
You don't want to know the type of jokes that happen after tough games.
How's your week going?
yeah. You get any sleep?
Got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's going well. I mean, it's going how it's supposed to be going. I think, everybody, whether you're a kid, whether you're talking to your kid, whether you're in high school, college, whether you're, going after something, you always tell yourself that, discipline, built through adversity, all these things. And, you have to remind yourself of that when you're actually in it. And so, these are the moments that, you talk to yourself about and really you prepare yourself for in different areas of life. So you don't get to pick the tests and the opportunity that you have. The only thing you can pick is how you approach it. And so, you got a group of guys that are approaching it in a great way, and there's no group of people that I'd rather go through with it than our staff and our players and the people in the organization.
Great effort last night, Joe. But before that, though, I remember when Brady went down. I think it was 2008. 7 minutes into the season, blew the knee out, and I remember doing the interview with Bill the next week, and the levity of it, it kind of sets in. Like, when did it hit? And he goes, "I turned the page right away. I got to get the team ready to go." When did it happen for you? Because I know you told the press after the game, "Oh, he's in there with the doctors. I don't know what it is," but I think you knew how severe it was. But when did you turn the page and say, "I got to get this team ready to go"? We're not dead yet.
I think you're constantly in both, right? And I think because of the relationship that the players have and the character of the guys and the bond that they've had, we have a group of guys that have been together for 3, 4, 5, some 6 years. And so I think you're constantly doing both, right? Where, if you can build a locker room and an environment where, the people are just as important as the player, you bounce back and forth between what's important right now. And I think that's kind of how we do it with all our guys. Is there's times where I'm talking to them as a person, sometimes as a father, sometimes as a friend. And then there's times where you treat them as a player. And so I think going back and forth between those small lenses and balancing the people versus the player and having an understanding that it's a locker room full of humans, you have to do both of those things. And so, the care that you have for a guy who's hurt is the same type of care that you got to put into the rest of the guys, into the game plan, into what's most important in the now. And the last piece is, Jason wants us to focus on winning. So, at the end of the day, you care about him as a person, but we gotta be in the mind frame of doing whatever it takes to win one game, and that's what he wants, and that's what's necessary.
Is that the mind frame that you've been preaching to the team, knowing that after Game 4, needing to win 3 games in a row, you can't think about all 3, but you've got to think about just the next one? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you just got to win. Like I said, 24 hours ago we had to win one game, and now we got to win one game, and you can't be distracted by the things that go into winning that game. And every game will take on a life of its own, and you got to get your mind and body to a place that's ready, to compete at the highest of levels and go after something. And we got to win one game, and the details and the focus and the execution of the things remain the same, and then you get ready to put in a couple twists and turns within the game. Giving the environment what it needs.
Kristaps Porzingis still clearly struggling from a health perspective. You said he couldn't breathe in the second half last night. What's his status now, and how do you plan on kind of handling his minutes on Friday?
Yeah, he'll be ready to give us whatever he can, and he's done that, and it's a credit to him, and I appreciate what he's going through to be out there and giving us whatever he can, and it just depends on how he feels that particular day. And so he gave it what he could in the first half, just had struggles, breathing. And he wanted to be out there, he wanted to be on the bench and said, if you absolutely need me, I'll give whatever I can. And, that's the type of mindset they have to have. And I thought Luke was tremendous stepping in, doing great things on both ends of the floor. So we just take it day to day. And, I know he'll be ready to give us whatever he can.
You've got to appreciate that mindset and his attitude, which always just seems to be so perfect and so on point. But has there been a discussion or thought to shut him down and telling him take the time and you guys find a way to get by without him?
That's not something he would want. I think at the end of the day, if he has the ability to impact a game for however long he can, he wants to do that, and that's what's necessary for the team right now.
The style that you played with offensively, obviously you knocked down some big shots early, especially with Derek White and Jalen hitting a couple and Pritchard got his. You guys are going to get your threes, but it felt like the movement. There was impetus to sort of press things last night. You guys moved better. You picked better. Seemed like a different offensive scheme. Did you make adjustments from the previous games?
I don't think you necessarily made adjustments. You just and we have different identities and different ways that we've been able to play throughout the year. I think the biggest gift that we got this season was being able to have different lineups and play different ways. You never want to not be fully healthy, but we very seldom were during this season. And we were able to go to different lineups and different sub patterns and different styles of play, and I think that's what we're trying to capitalize on right now. Is how do we utilize? This is no different than being the second night of a back-to-back or a regular season game where there's a player out and it's a different starting lineup, and we go to different stuff. And so, that's no different than that mindset that we've been able to have. And I expect our guys to just be at their absolute best and give the game what it needs.
We're talking with Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla. Joe, you ever heard the name Gene Guarilla?
I haven't, no.
Well, apparently he was a really big deal for the Celtics back in the 62 finals.
Yeah, and 1962.
We received a phone call today that last night's performance by Luke Kornet was reminiscent of Gene Guarilla. We have now awarded Luke Kornet the Gene Guarilla Glue Guy Award for his performance last night. Will we be seeing more Luke Kornet as we move forward in this series?
Yeah, yes. I would imagine we will be seeing more of him and more of whatever gives us the best chance to win. But it's a credit to Luke, and that guy doesn't give two shits about anything other than giving the team exactly what it needs and just being light and being a great teammate out and off the floor. And his minutes have been a little inconsistent this series, and for him to step in and give us what the game needed was. Just shows a lot about who he is as a person and a player. We're lucky to have him, and we're going to need him to be at his best to get to where we want to get to.
I love those guys that just don't give a bleep. So you're going back to New York City in this intimidating, according to Sean Grandy, this is the most difficult place to ever play a game. You're going into the Lions' Den again. Do you feel it's an intimidating building, Joe, with you and your team?
I don't know that the players would say that, but I feel like every building is. Grady had a good quote on the radio the other day. You're walking into the Roman Coliseum, and I think that's how you have to visualize it. You're walking into the Coliseum. You're walking with a group of people that you're going after something with. You got to do something difficult. You get to do it with a group of guys, and at the end of the day, nothing else really matters. The boundaries are the same, the rules are the same, the lines are the same, the rims are the same. There's a lot of people there. They can't come on the court and get you, so. You got to play 5-on-5, and you got to do the things that win. So, I think at the end of the day, you're in the arena.
So when you walk in with your robe and your sandals, and the lions are on those chains, what weapon do you fashion yourself with? Is it a sword, a hatchet, maybe a spear, a rock?
I think.
Rock.
To me, it's the guys, the players. Those are the weapons. Like I said, there's not a group of guys that I wouldn't want to do something difficult with than these guys and the staff. And so I think the weapon is the people that you have, the togetherness that you build, the mindset that you have, and you give it everything that you got. And each guy needs to make the person next to him better. So I think especially on the road, when you have that, you build a sense of togetherness when you walk out of that tunnel. Knowing it's you and the staff and the everybody in the organization, you got to stick together.
I can just imagine you going into MSG for a shoot around and getting out the measuring tape like Hackman. Hey Ollie, measure the rims.
The best line from that movie when the guy's praying and he's like, Jesus wants me on the court, son.
It's going to be the same measurements as our gym back in Hickory. So, right? That's what it is. Do you get nervous before these games when you face elimination like this?
No matter the game, I get a I don't know. Like I need the game to start. You know, I don't really know what you would call it. So it's not a nervousness, but
anxious.
Like, whether it's a preseason game, regular season game, elimination game, like, you know, those 3 hours before the game, you're just waiting to be able to, you know, unleash, you know, the energy, the mindset. You know, you just can't wait to get out there and, you know, see what the challenge has in store for you. So, you know, that's any game. You know, just pacing back there, ready to go.
Hey, the Hacker Robinson stuff has been really effective for parts of the series, but he goes 6 of 6 last night. Does that change your approach at all with him moving forward when you see him go 6 of 6 at the line last night?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I think you want to stay as process, you know, oriented as you can, and obviously 6 for 6 is a small sample, but at the same time, every point matters when you're in these situations, and you know, a made free throw at home versus a made free throw on the road can have a different type of momentum and energy that it maybe gives the home crowd. So something we'll talk about as far as our tactics with our team and see if the situation, you know, deems right to do it. But it's something that you have to continue to have because, you know, it's always about the process. But at the same time, we know that, you know, we don't have many points to give in, you know, in these games.
How many text messages have you exchanged with Jason Tatum in the last 48 hours?
Not, you know, a decent amount. You know, I mean, I think you know, you don't want to overwhelm the process. You know, at the end of the day, he's got to know that he's loved, he's supported, and prayed for, and you know, he's got a lot of people. He's got a lot of great people around him. You know, whether it's in the organization or out of the organization. So, talk to him a little bit, but at the same time, you know, it'll be a long process. There'll be plenty of times to be able to, you know, to be together and work through it. And like I said, I think, you know, what he wants is all of our attention on, you know, how we're going to win and the guys that are playing, and you know, that's exactly what he would want.
And I'm sure he's going to work his ass off to get back. But the doctor that did the surgery, and as quickly as it was done, he's the leading guy with this new bridge surgery with the Achilles. Did Jason get the bridge or no? It's supposed to cut your time, I think. Aaron Rodgers had it.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea.
You're not going to tell me. Yeah, you're not going to tell me
anyway. No, I really don't know. But, you know.
Yeah.
Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
It's amazing how quick they did it. Like, if they could have done it at midnight, they would have probably done it at midnight just to get it.
Yeah, no, it is amazing how quickly, you know, things are able to do like that. So yeah, you're right. Like within, you know, less than 24 hours, I think it was in and out. And so, you know, it's amazing how quickly that gets done.
All right. Get ready for Friday, man. Bring it back.
Got to, man.
Bring it back.
Can't wait.
I got my Celtic jersey on today.
Yeah, Zoe's got a
First time
Celtics
this year.
shirt on today.
First time this
That's
year.
how you know he's in now. Now he supports the team.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate that, Joe. I mean, I'm sure you're the only one in there that's wearing it. Everyone else is probably neutral.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I wore a Knicks blue today. That's what I went with. Yeah.
The Pacers series is going to be tough on you, Joe. So let's get through this one first.
We got all we can think about is whatever day it is. We got a game tomorrow.
All right. Good luck Friday night, bud.
All right, fellas. Thanks. Have a good day.
Bye. Joe Mazzulla. It's a good one. Celtics head coach. He feels loose. It's good.
I remember seeing him pregame when it went to the Celtic game. Took the kid down and went down to say hi to Joe. He is just like, he's in another world in pregame. Like, he can't wait for the game. I was like, I don't have time to talk. Let's get the game going.
They're going to keep playing Porzingis.
Yeah.
I feel that too.
Yeah.
That's what we learned today. So if you have any hopes of them shutting him down, that's not happening. Porzingis is a go. If you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand here. For more Celtics analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.